Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the, team build that I have for basically a whole bunch of Broly's. So it's not really anything too crazy, to be honest with you. Essentially it's just a Broly team. There is a lot of fun to be had with this team, but it is also not a very good synergistic team. So if you're looking for something that's full on synergy, amazing build, this is not that team. Is it a fun team? Yes, it is. So we have legendary Super Saiyan Broly, who turns into legendary Super Saiyan Broly Red, who turns into legendary Super Saiyan Broly. He functions really similarly to the blue Broly. So in like a proper team, if I was like really looking to optimize, I would definitely not look to running both of them, and the reason being is they both require to defeat an enemy. Now although on paper this isn't too bad, if you think about it, you're juggling essentially 2 units to face up to 3 enemies that both predominantly get their boosts upon beating out an enemy. So this causes you some issues, because if you're really trying to access big damage, especially for blue Broly, who's got quite a bit locked behind that first knockout, you are essentially juggling 2 characters to try and time it so you can get that knockout, which isn't ideal from a functional point of view, when you're looking at ultimately how to run the team. Besides that, it's not anything too bad. I think green Broly's really still quite useful. He's got a lot of stuff that makes him a really cool kind of assisting unit. So basically, he's got that Mind Thought's got draw speed, which is super helpful. Basically, he also has that really good green card, which I think is really good. He's got that strike cover as well. And when he's changing cover, he also reduces the enemy's Dragon Balls and their ki, which is probably one of the main reasons why I have him for the all Broly team. It's that really good, a way to disrupt the opposition, because it can be difficult to disrupt the opposition, especially when you're looking at, functionally Broly's, which aren't inherently support-esque or utility-esque type units. They're more just units that thrive off of being used as these big kind of damage dealers or finishers or things like that. Now I do think the I do think the purple legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I think he could fit in here nicely. There's a couple of things he does which is a little bit different. Obviously I'd probably replace the blue Broly with him, because I still think the utility from green Broly is, I don't want to say irreplaceable, but it's kind of necessary when you have so many more oppressive kind of forward-thinking playstyle Broly's, more so than having some kind of cover change Broly or reactive unit in that place. I think the purple Broly is a good replacement for the blue Broly. There's a lot of reasons for why, and generally speaking, it's mainly because he doesn't have a finishing move synergy, so that's definitely one that's very important. But he also provides Vanishing Gauge cover. Now, Vanishing Gauge cover is really interesting. Basically, it's something that's very useful for causing oppression, and when you have good Vanishing Gauge removal like Broly does, it's really important. Because what it does is it enables you to potentially switch in red Broly and be a little bit more proactive. So I do like this Broly lineup. Obviously it's more for the fun of things than I would say it is for the primary role of being an amazing team. But I do think, looking at everything, you could probably swing something like this to being functional. I think what you're really missing is a lot of the utility aspects, because all 3 Broly's, like I say, are still ultimately units that want to be on the field. They want to do a lot of things. They don't really want to cover change out, a lot of them, and I think that's something you have to deal with. A lot of the times when you're building a team, having 3 primary units is okay, but it doesn't really always work because, like when you look at, having characters that essentially function to do damage, or you have characters that function to support that damage, it's sometimes good to have units that provide some healing, substitution count retimers, attack boosts. Anything like that can be incredibly helpful, especially when you're running such a forward-thinking, heavy lineup like this, where essentially what you're having is you're having a situation where you have a bunch of characters that, for the lack of a better terminology, functionally have like this overwhelming sense of like, damage that they can do, but they need to be set up first. And when you have units that can remove Vanish Engage or set units up or reduce substitution counts or heal, that's very helpful. So this 3 Broly lineup, not necessarily amazing from that standpoint, but just a lot of fun to run because basically, he is one of my favorite characters, so it's just cool to run a team of Broly's. But and I don't have the Ultra Broly, so but that's it from me. Bye.